So in previous video about the electrical sources, I was discussing about the ideal current and ideal voltage source. I had discussed about ideal current source. Current source means suppose this is a current source. So and this current source is giving current I t, means function of time. Current is given. Here load is connected. So here load is connected. Load, electrical load is connected. Electrical load means fan in your house, geyser, mobile phone charger, TV, cooler, etc. All are electrical loads. So here voltage will be there. Plus minus, here voltage will appear. So this voltage across the load will change. This voltage across the load VL, V equal to I multiplied by R. R is the resistance of the load. If resistance changes, this current is constant here. So this is called ideal current source. Another very important thing with ideal current source is that the internal resistance of ideal current source is placed in parallel with the source. This is called internal resistance, Ri, and this Ri is infinite for ideal current source. For ideal current source. What does it mean? Ideal current source has infinite internal resistance. This is very important definition. Internal resistance has infinite resistance. So this Ri has infinite value, means infinity. So whatever current here it is coming from this source, it will go directly to the load because this resistance has infinite value. So resistance always follows least resistive path. So this value has infinite resistance. So whatever value of current is coming, it will go to the load. It will not go to this resistance. So majority of current we are utilizing through this load. If this value is small, then some current will go. So ideal current is that whatever value of current is generated, it is going through the load, and by changing the resistance of the load, we can change the voltage of the load, voltage across the load. Same thing for ideal voltage source. One more important thing about ideal voltage source is that this is your voltage source and load is connected here. A load is connected here. Load is connected here. So current is coming here, I, and this is your voltage Vt. So by arrow we can identify current. Here arrow is there, so it is current source. Here positive, negative, so it is voltage source. Now you see, very important, interesting thing is that for ideal source, the internal resistance is 0. For ideal voltage source, internal resistance is 0. This is very important point. Internal resistance of an ideal voltage source is 0. Why it is 0? Because you see here, I am putting this internal resistance here. This is our internal resistance. This current is also coming from here. Internal resistance is 0 and placed in series with Vt, voltage source. it is placed in series with the voltage source. In current, it is placed in parallel. So if this value Ri is 0, so this current is flowing here I, so I multiplied by Ri equal to I multiplied by 0 equal to 0. It means that there is a no voltage drop. Here voltage drop is 0. So whatever voltage is available here, all voltage will appear here. There is a no voltage drop because this Ri is 0. So this is the condition for ideal current voltage source. In ideal voltage source, the internal resistance is placed in series with the voltage source and its value is 0. In ideal current source, the internal resistance is infinite, which is placed in parallel with the voltage source. Now we will see two more type of sources. Now we will see dependent sources. In previous part I have seen independent sources, now dependent sources. Dependent sources. This is also energy supplying equipment. Dependent sources. Independent sources we have seen, it is voltage source or current source. Same way, dependent source is a different type of source. Suppose I am writing here terminal A, terminal B, and suppose here the voltage between 2 points is V1, and dependent source is represented like this, like a diamond it is represented. So here you see this is C and this is D. If I write here positive, negative, so definitely it is a voltage source because positive and negative is there. A V1 I am writing here. So you see two terminals are here, means ki the voltage V1 and here it is A V1. So the voltage at this point depends on the voltage between A and B. So this is called a voltage dependent. This is a voltage dependent voltage source. Voltage source means its voltage is depending on the some other place in the circuit, so it is called voltage dependent voltage source. How many terminals are there? Here you see here 1, 2 terminal, 3 and 4. Means in the case of dependent source there will be 4 terminals. In case of independent, how many terminals was there? Only 2, like this. Its symbol is like this. So 1 terminal and another terminal, only 2 terminals are there. But in case of dependent source there are 4 terminals. So in this way we will get voltage dependent voltage source, maybe current dependent voltage source also. So suppose this is a current source and point A, B, and current is coming here I1, and this point is also like this. So here I am giving positive, negative, R, I1. This is also C and this is D. So this is called current dependent voltage source. This is called current dependent voltage source. Means its voltage is depending on the current somewhere in the circuit. So this is called current dependent voltage source, or dependent is also another name is it is called controlled. Dependent or controlled name is also there. You can say dependent or controlled. In same way, we can also draw one more circuit, that is A, B. Again, it's a voltage source V1, and drawing another here like this. What source is this? If I put arrow here, definitely it is a current source. So I put it here GV1, C, D, C and D. So its voltage, it's a current source, but its value is depending on the voltage somewhere in the circuit, V1. So this is called voltage dependent current source. Another source may be current dependent current source, maybe here like this. I'm putting some other color. So this is, suppose this is current A, B, and current is flowing here I1, and again I am drawing a current source like this, and this is C and this is D. So arrow is given here, so I am writing here A I1, means its current is depending on the current here I1, so it is called current dependent current source. This current value is depending somewhere in the circuit of current I1. So the basic difference between dependent source and independent source is that in the case of dependent source there is a 4 terminal like A, B, C, D, 4 terminals. In the case of independent source there is only 2 terminals, A and B. Another difference is that here this value depending on some other part of the circuit, but in independent case it never depend on any other part of, like this. This is your independent source of voltage, this is your independent source of current. So its value does not depend some other value in the circuit. Its value voltage also does not depend on some other value. So this is called independent voltage source and current source. It has only 2 terminals, A, B. Here also it is A and B, only 2 terminals. These are independent. These are independent sources. And independent sources are also called ideal sources when the internal resistance of the voltage is 0 and internal resistance of the current is source is infinite. This dependent source has very wide use in the electronics circuit, that is called controlled sources. Dependent means known as controlled sources. So it has very wide use in electronics circuit. Suppose I give one example of transistor to understand dependent sources. This is a circuit diagram for a transistor which you will study in second year or in basic electronics also. Suppose this is H I1. I1 is the current flowing here, and it's here like that. I am drawing, this is the R output. So this is the model of transistor C, D, A, B. So this value of current is depending on here this element's current. So this is a dependent source, and actually this is a model of transistor. So here the value of current depends on the input side AB side current, and accordingly this output resistance, this is the resistance of the output side. So here output voltage will be affected by the input side. So it is called controlled model of the transistor.